What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders and closet swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. My YouTube is a little delayed today. I don't know what's going on with that. Wow, big delay in YouTube land. Short Google. It's over. It's over. All right, that's up and running. What is up, party people? Hope you guys had a fantastic evening. Hope you guys woke up ready to start the day. You got your morning stretches in. You guys are feeling good because the market is going to be a little bit crazy. We're getting Jeremy was like what, a 50 cents away from his short everything target, and so far again kind of panning out a little bit. Let me do a screen share. Crypto, I believe, is down. Crypto's been decoupled a little bit from the SPY as of recently. I don't know if you guys noticed, but for a long time we were like, if crypto was up, markets were up. If crypto was down, markets were down. Now it seems to me like crypto is decoupled a little bit, at least for the last couple of days, but crypto's down and it looks like the market is down again. Great gap and go on Google. I was just kidding, but okay, let's take a look at Google real quick. I mean, I guess it's working on YouTube. Let me just see real quick. You guys in YouTube land, just type a quick one in the chat pane if you guys could hear me. I see a couple of you guys. We got Jason. Good morning. We got Al. Did I say that right? Ali. Not quite sure. Hope I don't butcher it, but option expiration and Fed speaking should be interesting. Yes, we do have a decent amount of news today, or things that could drive the market. So what I would say is, if you are an inexperienced trader, be very careful. If you are an experienced trader, be very careful, because the markets can whipsaw and get crazy and at moments notice. So take things slow. You don't have to trade every day, but pretty much options move the market in a huge way, and some would probably argue one of the leading causes of stocks to move is options. And once you have options expiring on a certain day, there is some motive and incentive to drive those stocks in different directions, and it could get a little volatile. So I would expect some kind of volatility. It is a decent gap and go. Yeah. You got yesterday's candle right here. We are opening at the lows or slightly below it, but also below a few VPOCs. That looks like a pretty solid gap. Good find on that one. Kind of like it. All right, I've got the market fever, and the only prescription is more cow. Give me the cowbell. So SPY, on a daily chart at least, we do have, again, a little bit of a chop the last 2 days, right? So the VPOCs were just kind of hanging out. I guess I don't need this little thing. But if I was to make a bullish case still as to why this might not exactly be the doomsday, beginning of doomsday type play and go out and buy extra non-perishable goods, is because we do still have that 10 EMA that we have not actually hit into yet. So on the daily chart, we're still above. We still have that momentum in a bullish direction technically. However, this is a pretty serious gap on the SPY. I mean, we are gapping below 1, 2, 3, 4 days of bullishness. Let's flip this over to the hourly. Stephen King's in the house. What is going on, King? We got, so the SPY, again, we're starting to make lower lows. This is a very good gap. The first spot I'm looking at is 422.16. I think that was a spot we were looking at for the last 2 days for this market to come down. With this type of gap, again, that's going to be a 422.16 is going to be a decent spot for some kind of drop. Some kind of support. The real one though is 419.83. So could we end under 420 today? Options expiration. Let's see where that will put us on the 10 EMA on a daily. That would definitely push us below that 10 EMA. So we would be getting a close below that 10 EMA And let's go back. What was it? 422 and change. 422. Where's this at right now? 422.35-ish. We said the next spot where we think is 422. So yeah, we would be right at, if we close at 422.07-ish, we'd be right at, if not slightly under. But yeah, definitely a good trapping gap. Again, things strange in the morning. We might get some initial green candles, but I don't think many. I do not think many. So here's AMD. Let me take these off. This is our hourly chart. What a big turd AMD was yesterday. I know some of you guys made money, but we had the right sentiment. We're like, nah, you know what? I don't want to go short on this or Nvidia. And for me, for day trade purpose, I think we got stopped out just on the one last pullback before it started running. We would have a beautiful trade on AMD. What a big turd. Yeah, I think we got stopped out to the penny here. Some of you guys were brave enough, got back in. I probably should have got back in as on the mic. I was like, I don't want to. But I think right down there to the penny, we got stopped, and then we would have hit targets if we just had some patience. So kind of mad at AMD a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Flip back to the hourly chart. Crystal's in the house. We got Tony. We got Gregory. Is anyone else having issues logging into their 8cap account? I don't have mine open yet, so I don't know if anybody else. Renee, is your 8cap working? Renee says, yep. Justin Williams in the house. I can't wait to celebrate your 16th birthday, Justin. Cannot wait. It's gonna be a blast. Rock says I killed the Amazon trade. Yeah, but I get stuck up on the petty things. Stopped out by so much sleep I lost. It's crazy. This gap down on AMD again, a little bit more significant though in a bearish direction. We still have some kind of support, probably around the 98.42 zone on AMD. So to the downside, again, not that crazy. This is an inside day, so 10 EMA play will not work on this one today. At least out of the gate, we might have to wait a full hour, but we will see. We will see. Apple is answered, but it won't let me click on the OK button. Does it matter that I'm still in France? It shouldn't. As long as France has internet, I think they do. You should be able to. Greg, so I'm on the mic till 10 a.m. So for another 50 minutes, and then I'll be back later today. But if you want to just shoot me an email, support@reallifetrading.com, and I'll take a look at the account. But you should be able to log in from pretty much anywhere, I would assume. I don't know. I haven't tried it from France, though, so you're on new territory there. All right, so we got Apple. So Apple, this gap down is a really nice one. And we are clearing yesterday's entire day range. We could take this one at open. Let's see if we can get a bounce into 173.06. That will be a good spot to short. Only problem with this one so far is you're going to hit 172.29 is going to be a little resistance. And then we're going to hit 171.86 is going to be another resistance spot. This has been majorly strong, but if this gap, and I would say especially wherever this VPOC is closing at the end of the day, if we're still below all of this, this would be a good one probably to take some puts out on. Maybe finally, after the most insane bullish run I've ever seen, even bulls are astonished. They're like, I didn't see that one coming. Delta, we could play Delta, so that this one. So right now we got Apple, we could play. Delta qualifies. Whether I want to play it or not, let's find out. We're gonna have a little bit of support somewhere at the 33.90 zone. So somewhere in 33.90 to the downside, we're gonna have this one. Probably maybe start to give us a little bit of a support bounce. If we start to break, then I would look to go short. And we should have a decent amount of room. I mean, the first stop would be 33.79. I think that one could probably break. And then we look for about 32.93. So that would give us about $1 to the downside, at least for pre-market. And if this thing bounces up at all and we can get in short at a higher price, I much prefer that one. Stephen King says location shouldn't matter. Yeah, I don't think it should. Most likely, Greg. Just check to make sure you're logged out of the other accounts, and also that you're logging into the correct account. That would be, and make sure that you're using the same type of browser that you're using before. So typically, if you could use Chrome, that sometimes avoids some issues. But location shouldn't matter as much. Jason says, bump my Apple trailing stop to 172 as advised. Then I'll build another pyramid. BEA, beautiful. Play that pyramid game. I like it. You get some solid wins on those, I'm telling you. Some big payouts. Thomas wants to know what SPX looks like. We'll take a look. AMD, we did this one already. So Tesla is at least from pre-market. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. This will probably be my go-to today. If I could lose an R on something, I might as well donate to Elon. He'll at least take it and plant trees somewhere or something. Robot trees. I'm looking for a little bit of a bounce, nothing too crazy. So I want to see this 897.65-ish hold. I think it was 2 days ago. I think pretty much the last 2 days I've been looking for. This is our key spot. Otherwise, Tesla does not have anything in the way until our first stop of 877.03. And honestly, that was a retested spot already. So probably a little bit on the weaker side. Could we get below 870 today? That is the question. So I do like Tesla a lot. Probably my favorite. I'm actually bumping this one up to the highs. Again, I would love to see some kind of retest, some kind of a breakdown of something. I think 3 minute, we should already be below. We are below the 10 EMA on non-extended hours. So we have the ability to play this one out of the gate. And that's probably what we're going to do. Jason was looking to short entry around the 200. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think this is going to be some kind of resistance. This 897.78. I was watching this for a while. We also do have that psychological hold number. 900 is going to hold up. So it's somewhere in that area would be a good spot to try. Could we get all the way back up here and retest 906.77? I've seen stranger things happen. So yeah, we could. I don't think so. I think we're in for a little bit of buying out of the gate, and I would love to short that, and that would be my setup if we could get it. If not, I mean, like I said, I'm here from market open for another 30 minutes. Johnny G takes over. Maybe he could grab it. But either way, I'd be shocked. I mean, I'm shocked every day in the market. NVIDIA, inside day. So the chips are still a little bit on the stronger side of things. I would avoid bullish or bearish on chips for today unless we see something kind of really set up. But Tesla by far my favorite because one, I've been watching that spot for a while. We are below it. I like it. But also it's got range where Apple's a good short, but the range on it could be a little, and it's been a massive bullish one for the last month. So again, going against the grain could be a little bit tougher on the shorter side, and Delta just sometimes acts a little wonky, but Tesla has the room. So if we can find that setup, be patient at open, see if it hits some of our numbers, and it has a long way to go. We should be able to do some damage with Tesla, I think. We got Amazon. So Amazon, good little gap below some of the. So this was the trap wick that we played yesterday. Rock, you hopped in this trade. We I was like, no, I think we needed a 142.90. And I was like, I don't know. This 142.72 is a number that I think is going to be a tough one for us to break through. We got right into that 72, and then I was like, you know what I'm doing? I was just grinding those stops up because I was not about to give back on this one because it was hitting those numbers. So we got out for a decent win on it, made some money back, which is nice. But yeah, if we're going right now, that was the trap. So this has a lot of room to the downside. We're also breaking at least pre-market underneath that little pivot for VPOC as well. This one also has just a boat ton of room. Down to 137.53. So this is going to be, I would go with my second, but I could make a good case that could also be my favorite gap too. So Tesla and Amazon, I think, are both in the doghouse. I think we have Amazon could run into a little bit of resistance somewhere at, or support at 139.40-ish. And just because of that, I'd say Tesla still remains my favorite, but Amazon very, very close second. Rock says it erased your DraftKings loss. All right, so now you're back to 1,000 Rs for the month by mainly trading just DraftKings. Brian Davis says 910.50-ish was a boss yesterday for Tesla. 910.50-ish, yeah. Yep, somewhere right in that range. So we are starting to see some pullbacks again. Am I convinced that this is? Here's one thing on Tesla though. One thing on Tesla that we will do, just to double check, and then I know you guys somebody wants to check SPX, so we'll check that out too. Let's just draw one quick fib, and this might be a reason why we get some kind of a bounce before we drop. We are somewhere just under that 50% retrace. And we have somewhere around this 888 zone is the 618. So is it possible for us to get there? Then we get some crazy bounces, and because I know we have some people holding these fibs, really where institutions are interested in investing. I mean, I think we're starting to blow through those. So on the VPOC level, using nothing but the VPOC, this thing has a lot of room to the downside. Can we bounce around for a little bit? Yeah, absolutely. But I'd have to play this one bullish. And what I'm hoping to see is some kind of little bit of a rally of some type at open. And that would just give us such a good setup to try to break down. Let's take a look at SPX. SPX. I don't even see, well, yeah, I guess there's no pre-market on this one because it's open right now. So right now it's kind of just hanging out for right now. We are slightly under yesterday's VPOC. This one was the retest here. This one, here was our breakdown. We retested. We have a little bit of a stair step up on SPX for right now. Probably going to be a little bit of a chop at open for SPX. I don't really see it doing anything too crazy yet. That's almost like that Amazon trap we saw yesterday. So we're still above that for this point. So I think this one right now just is kind of hanging out. This is a SPX index. Is this one open right now? Because there's no pre-market. I think this is open now. This is futures, right? So it should be. No, so Tony, yeah, no, I said bullish because I would love for it to run bullish before I go bearish, if that makes sense. Yeah. So on Tesla, if I could get, I only really want to think bearish today because the gap is a nice one. What I would love to see is, and it doesn't have to be a big candle, because even if we retest into this 898 zone, whatever it is, into that VPOC, small little green candle, good. I could take a breakdown, fantastic. If we do push a little bit higher, maybe we could run into like this 904 zone. That would just give me a better spot to go bearish. So I'm not going bullish on Tesla today. If it runs bullish, I'll just wait until I find my bearish opportunities. But yeah, I want to go more bearish than bullish for sure. Coinbase gapping down, decent gap on Coinbase as well. This one does have a little bit of support coming in, nothing too crazy. Honestly, we might even see at some point in time, I do think we see $67 again, $67.50, somewhere in that zone. I would even say we have a good case to probably see 62 again. But let's go to Bitcoin real quick, just see what that one is doing. Oh man, the fake currency is diving again. Some will say buy the dip opportunity. We will see. But yeah, massive move down again. For what's interesting here though is we still have, so we didn't retest any of these, right? If we could come a little bit lower, test this 2193, then in the worst case, we've retested. And if we start to bounce and move higher from there, it's actually a little bit more sustainable of a move. We might even see back down to like 19,446. I think we almost have to hit that number again for us to, and then if we start going bullish, I think it becomes a little more sustainable at that point, because that would be a good retest. So I think Bitcoin comes down a little bit further. BBBY is ridiculous again. Sort of like AMC was trending today too. I didn't get a chance to look at it. Yeah. The rumor came out 2 days ago now that Bed Bath & Beyond was selling 9 million shares at $27. So again, I still don't know if that was true or not, but that was the beginning of the end so far. Massive gap down on Bed Bath & Beyond, and this thing will probably continue. The first stop 1124. Again, these ones act a little bit differently. Then you have 1056. I don't see why. Honestly, we even have a gap. It's kind of retested a little bit, but that would take us all the way to like under $10, 765. Justin says, Dan, I'm in short on BBBY overnight. Do you think I take profit at the open, or can you see more continuation to the downside? I would weigh the balance out of can it go down, or do you even really care on Bed Bath & Beyond? You made good profits either way. So can this thing go down? Yeah, absolutely. I think it can get down a little bit further. Question is, why not just take the gains? I mean, I would just take some gains on this one. Let it do its thing. That's a massive win overnight. You probably have some other people also going to take some gains at the open. And if that's true, you get out, you might get another opportunity to get back in higher. And if it just keeps going down, so be it. But protect, what is it? 2 birds in a hand or something? Two birds getting hit with stones, something like that. But either way, you're going to probably get the opportunity to come back and short again at another point. And worst case scenario, it keeps going down and you sold here, and who cares? You locked in a good profit. So, but yeah, that is a crazy move. Bird in hand is better than 2 in the bush. I thought there was a rock involved. I don't know. I thought there was a rock. Yep, two birds are making a nest out of stones or something like that. I don't know. It gets confusing. All right, let's take a look at my boy Boeing. 2 birds with 1 stone. There's the one with the stone. Yeah. There is also one with a bush, right? 2 birds in a burning bush or something. I don't know why mine's always so negative. I don't know. Two. All right, Boeing. Decent little gap down on Boeing. Probably has some more room to the downside. Probably looking at 164.96, something like that. Kill 2 birds. I don't know. I want to be nicer to birds. Kill 2 birds with 1 burning bush. Something like that. I don't know. It gets confusing. All right, let's see. We got 77.81 will be a decent spot for Square short. Again, Square actually has a nice move on it. Potentially probably could get us back down to about 74.82. That looks like a decent short as well. Kyle says adjusted market order. Is there a way to set up an order? Yep. So you can put the order in right now, Justin, on that. Just do, you might be able to sell pre-market, to be honest. I don't know which broker you're using, or if you have the little checkbox that says you could trade pre-market. You might be able to put the order in now, but you'd have to put a order in for the exact price. But yeah, if you just throw the order in, just do it as a market sell. And then as soon as the market opens, you'll just get jammed out of there at whatever price, but at least you'll be out. You'll lock those gains. It's options. Yeah, you have to wait. Yep. Options going to be spready at the open. just have the order ready to go and then wait for the bell to ring. Or you could just put in a astronomical price. Yeah, let it open, have the button ready for market order. But I just don't know how wide those spreads are going to be. But you should make some decent coin. And especially with options, yeah, I'd be out right at the open. That type of gap, I don't know when your options expire, but theta alone, even if it moves down another dollar, theta alone could start to clap those a little bit. All right, we got UAL. Again, still looking short, but nothing too crazy. Air Burr 118.67. This everybody's gonna have a little bit of resistance or a little bit of support. It depends. Yeah, I've seen some options, but usually the lower volatility will take longer to print. Stephen King, as far as that, from what I've seen, anyway. This is a great gap on pins. My lord, this is a good gap on pins. I would love to see a little bit of buying and short somewhere around 22.30. I don't think it's officially on our list, but I'm gonna grind some pins up today. Pins to the short. Next real targets, maybe a little bit somewhere at this 21.31 zone, 21.30. We could probably make something move on that one. It feels wider, but we have a tight setup, 50, 60 cents. We should be able to make some money on that. Morgan. Tesla may reach the daily 10 EMA before open. Didn't realize it was so late. Yep, we have less than 2 minutes left. See if there's anything else. Banks look weak, but still stronger than most. I think. Do we look at Qs yet? I don't think we did. QQQ. Qs are just hanging at a little bit of support. We probably do get that initial bounce. Oh man, we're right below it actually. We might not even. We might just open and drop like two birds on a stone. I'll get it right. All right. So yeah, we're actually below that VPOC, below those wicks. Again, maybe a little bit 324.90-ish. It's flying into a burning bush. We only have one. I mean, honestly, we only have 324.97. That's how bullish moment. If we start breaking through that, we have a lot of room down to the downside. Again, it should be a little volatile today, but I'm checking the clock right now, and there's two little birdies on my shoulder that told me it is about time for me to disconnect from you guys from YouTube for right now. But you guys do have the option. If your trading is, if you're looking at your trading journal and it looks a lot like a burning bush, there's always opportunities. There's a new way. You guys could even just go to reallifetrading.com, check out all the free content. We have a lot of free full courses. You don't have to pay a cent. Actually, we do charge a lot of money, but I'll give you guys a discount code. Just click the button and it won't even ask you for a code if you do check that out today. So make sure you guys do that. Otherwise, YouTubers, I will be careful today. It is optional.